And I know they're gonna hate, but I don't care. I barely can wait to hit them with the snare and the bass. Square in the face, this fucking world better prepare to get laced, because they're gonna taste my venom. I got that venom, not knowing venom.
Hey guys, so we're back with a spoiler review, heavy spoiler review of the movie Venom that recently came on cinemas.
Spoiler alert sign will show up like now. You've been warned.
Now that you've been warned, we're going to tell you our thoughts on the movie. So, Venom, a movie starring Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, and Riz Ahmed, directed by Ruben Fleischer. Fleischer?
I have no idea.
Well, the guy who did Zombieland, basically.
Yeah.
So, the synopsis of the movie. Basically, the movie is symbiotes come to Earth, and then the symbiotes need living organisms to survive. A crazy scientist, played by Riz Ahmed, wants to help the aliens. Then the aliens' goal is to bring more aliens to Earth. And where Tom Hardy comes in, Tom Hardy is a journalist who investigates the evil scientist. Then his life goes to shit after investigating the evil scientist. Then Michelle Williams, who plays his girlfriend, leaves him because her life goes to shit after Tom Hardy investigates the evil scientist. And then Tom Hardy basically goes back to investigate the evil scientist. Venom escapes. Venom and Tom Hardy create symbiosis, and Venom falls in love with Earth and wants to save it.
And then it's your stereotypical bad guy versus good guy with the same powers battle.
Like we saw in Black Panther, like we saw in Iron Man 1, like we saw in Ant-Man. So yeah. So what did you think of the movie?
As a Venom fan of the comics, of the cartoons, it wasn't great. But as a passive viewer of the movie, it was entertaining as
For sure.
And Tom Hardy, you know, he can't do any wrong. Loved him as Bane, loved him as Venom.
Yeah.
You know?
Without Tom Hardy in this film, it's a pile of shit.
I wouldn't say it's a pile of shit.
No, it's a pile of shit. Any scene that he was not in was terrible.
I wouldn't be that harsh about it.
It's honest, dude. It was really shit. Like, it was the first half of this movie, before Tom Hardy even meets Venom, the first half of this movie, leading up to that point, was garbage. It was a terrible intro. It was so boring.
You didn't really buy into any of the beginning stuff. You pretty much wondering, oh, okay, so the ship, you know, crash lands and then, you know, people are dead and then the Venom comes.
Yeah, you just keep waiting. Okay, so like, when's he gonna meet Venom? Oh, so when's he gonna meet Venom? Oh god, this is pointless. When's he gonna meet Venom? And then when they meet, and you get that interaction between them, it is fantastic. It is so good.
It's amazing.
The interaction between Tom Hardy and Venom, who was played by Tom Hardy, is so good. Honestly, you didn't think that they actually wrote lines for them. You think Tom Hardy was just having a conversation with himself.
Basically what it was doing.
But it was so believable.
Yeah.
It was so believable. Venom and Tom Hardy had a better romantic chemistry than Tom Hardy and Michelle Williams.
Definitely.
That says a lot about the movie.
That's what I was a little bit confused about, because, you know, leading up to this movie, I thought they were trying to create some sort of a horror aspect to it. There was nothing, you know, scary in this entire movie. No.
Oh,
it was a complete comedy.
There was something scary.
What?
That little white girl that shows up in the movie at the end.
Oh yeah.
No offense, but white girls in movies, they're scary.
That was pretty creepy.
That was pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Riz Ahmed, his evil trait was smooth talking people into doing stuff.
Basically.
He would just like lean in and be like, yeah, so you know, I'm gonna tell you this now, and you and I would do the same thing. We're gonna accomplish the same goals.
And he treats people, the poor people, like exam pad paper.
Oh yeah. He basically, because the symbiote needs to combine with a living organism in order for them to have symbiosis. So basically what Tom Hardy and Venom have. And if it doesn't work, the symbiotes basically destroy the inner organs of the human. And so towards the end of the film, you get to know that the symbiote Riot, who they were like trying to show from the beginning of the film, has symbiosis with Riz Ahmed's character.
Riot is there for all of 5 minutes.
Yep.
He's literally just there for the end battle.
Yep.
And they cut away to probably kill a bit of time just to see which character or which, extra he's moving into.
Oh my
until he
God.
eventually gets to Riz Ahmed's character.
That whole thing where Riot basically comes into the Asian lady, and then the old Asian lady, and then the little kid. Oh,
He's
this whole point.
Riz Ahmed's character and Riot together are the main antagonists of this movie. And yet Riot shows up for all of 5 minutes just for that end battle.
Exactly.
That's it. And his motives are, it's literally just, oh, I'm bringing my alien species to your planet. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to have world domination. How would you have world domination in a world where the Venom symbiote is so susceptible to fire and sound?
Exactly. And we're in a place that has tons of that.
Exactly. All you can do is light a match and they burn up.
Exactly.
I mean, how can you have world domination?
I think all those scenes that Tom Hardy and Venom weren't in would have been so much better if it was in a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
and you had the Spider-Man movie around it with Venom in it.
Definitely.
That would have worked so much better.
Exactly.
Because you would have been invested in the Spider-Man story and the Venom story as well. But I know they wanted to show an origin story for Venom, but you could have still had that. You could have had... Because isn't Venom based, like his look and stuff is based off when the symbiote took over Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. So his look is pretty much Spider-Man's look, except we don't know how he got to that look.
Exactly. Why did they have to look like... in the Venom movie, I didn't get how
they all somehow look like Spider-Man.
Look like Spider-Man, exactly.
Like, where did they get the look from?
Exactly. So that was a bit... I mean, I know Raimi's Spider-Man, when they first did Venom, I know it was terrible, but at least the movie around it,
but I
kind of invested in.
That is kind of just nitpicking a bit. But based on this movie alone, plot was lazy. There was a lot of lacking. Character development was like Michelle Williams' character, like she was just there, and then she helped out a bit, and then that's the story. Then she met some other guy, then some doctor guy. That was it. No character development.
And what's weird is they showed no reaction to, like, when she saw him as Venom. There's like no reaction. When the doctor saw the symbiote, no reaction. They were like, oh, look, symbiote. What is that? Oh no.
I won't lie, this movie would have been a little bit more entertaining with some, gory stuff.
Yes.
I would have liked the R rating just for some, seeing some people actually being eaten, some sort of decapitation if you're eating people. I mean,
cannibalism.
That would have just added some sort of an aspect to the movie.
And not just that, it would have made the fight scene so much better.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, there's only so much hitting a person you can do.
Yeah.
Like, Venom is a character that eats people, kills people. That's why he's a anti-villain. That's why Deadpool's a anti-hero. Sorry.
The main thing that this movie got right was that Tom Hardy and Venom have great comedic timing, and they really utilized the shit out of that well. They executed that really well. I don't know if that's what they were going for.
No, I don't think so.
But whatever they did with that, it gave it a passing grade in my books. So personally, what would you rate this movie?
Well, I would have to give it a mark out of 10. 5. But purely based on Tom Hardy's performance. His performance, 10 out of 10. Everything else, 2 at most. If you get the weighted average of all of that, 5. I'm being lenient.
So I would at least give it a 6. Mostly because I did laugh a lot. And I was entertained. And that's what you go to movies for. I know, as a superhero fan, it was but yeah, I'd probably give it a 6 purely based on the entertainment factor.
Well, I know you want to be entertained and stuff, but you also want to go be entertained and have the movie be good. I mean, look at Guardians of the Galaxy. You were laughing, and it was a good movie. Thor Ragnarok, you were laughing.
But that's why I give those movies 8 and up. This movie, it's 6 is fair. It's a fair grade.
True. Without Tom Hardy in this, it would not be a 6 though.
Yeah,
for sure. Like, there was no wow moment. In Avengers, like, they had a lot of wow moments. Like the Thanos snap and everyone dying. Wow moment. In this movie, there was no wow moments. Like in Spider-Man 2, when Peter Parker has to save the train. Wow moment. Superhero films need that wow moment. This one had no wow moment. It just had
comedy.
Yeah. It was, yeah. So, yeah, 5 out of 10. 8 positives. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes was a bit harsh. But to be fair, Rotten Tomatoes isn't the actual, like, proper representation of a critic's.
But definitely go out and see the movie. Make an opinion yourself.
Yeah,
and let us know what you thought in the comments below. And, you know, subscribe, like, the whole shebang. And we'll see you for another review.
Thanks, guys.
Prepare to get laced because they're gonna taste my venom. I got that adrenaline.